There we go. All right. Welcome back. This is Jack. All right. Let's see here. I'm just keeping an eye. Okay. Just keep an eye on everything because everything. Yeah, it looks like I'm moving around and all that good stuff. All right. Just clicking through all my analytics and stuff. All right. All right. All right. Everything is looking good. All right. The reason why I'm being a little paranoid is because I'm only using one monitor really because I had to get a new art tablet and this one effectively is a second monitor while using it. So I'm kind of watching. I'm watching different things more than I normally do. So as the title said, we are not too bad. I'm about to use a new tablet for the first time, my new art tablet. So, hang on. Will it not let me move it? This is gonna be awkward. There we go. There we go. All right. So I'm testing out a new art tablet because my other one died on me, unfortunately. And the only other unfortunate side is this one acts as a second monitor, so I had to unplug my normal one that's in front of me. That's why you see me turning a lot more than normal. So, how about you, Sir Sieg? I haven't actually heard from you in a little bit. How have you been? And what do you think of the music? I found this. They said it's DCMA free. They make it themselves. And actually, that may be a little too low for you guys. There, now you might be able to hear it. It's supposed to be like dark techno synth metal stuff, and I'm like, that sounds awesome, and I've enjoyed it every few times I've actually listened to it. Yeah, but I mean, this is a brand new tablet for me. I have no idea how well it's going to work for me. How come I can't see that on here? That's odd. What the fuck? Oh, I'm dumb. That's why. So what it was is it looked like it was on my tablet screen, but it was showing up over there. But that's just because it was in front of the OBS on that side. Oh, really? No, that's actually not a bad thing. How's school treating you? Like you had last time we talked, you hadn't actually even mentioned you were going back to school at all. Because last time you were talking about all your projects of what you were putting together and building. You haven't even mentioned you were going back to school. And that's legitimately awesome. Like, why is it not showing me my layers? That's not what I want. Nope, that's my brushes. Like, I'm used to just having my layers right there, and it's bothering me that I don't see it. Alright, whatever. Let's see if I can raise this up a bit higher. I'm worried about the cables, that's why I'm being so careful right now. Because if I disconnect them, then I have to reorganize everything. It's just, ugh. Alright, let's see here. I should be able to find it through here. No, is it under Windows? That's not what I meant to click. Windows. We have layer comps. I feel I need to remind everybody that everything I've... Yeah, it's right there, F7. Okay. Let me push it again to make it reappear. Oh, that's why I'm not seeing it. God damn it. Once again, like, a lot of my stuff for some reason is going to my second monitor, not here where I'm working. So it's just, like, messing with me. I feel like it's just messing with me. Trying to attach it somewhere. Screw it. It's going right there. Alright, so we're on the right layer. That's what I want. Got it. I'm going to collapse you down. That's alright. School's kind of meh. Just mostly dealing with buffoons and cavemans with mullet. You do, I think, if I remember correctly, you live in Alabama, so that fits. Or it might be somebody else I'm thinking of Alabama. Anyway. So, the logo I'm working on is for a friend named Monkey... he goes by she goes by Monkeyboats in regards to their streaming. And they actually gave me a. I feel so bad for you that you're from Alabama. I really do. They actually gave me a specific type of monkey they wanted, and I don't want to show my conversation with her because that's rude. Can I open this image? Let's go ahead and just copy the image. We're going to take that image, and I'm going to make that a separate file so I can just keep flipping over to it. And I'm going to use that as inspiration. Now, I'm planning on this being a rather cartoony thing, because what good logos are not? But I want to at least know what their favorite type of monkey was. I've also learned that metal coming back is both a blessing and a sin. I can't turn a corner in a place without running into a Metallica song. It all depends on how you feel about Metallica. I actually have no problems with Metallica as a whole. Like, I know that not everybody likes to hear that, but I just don't. It just doesn't faze me. There, that should do it. All I gotta do is click that. All right, cool. That's better. No, I do like the fact that metal is making a return. Mind you, I've never been like a really big music person as a whole. All right, so I'm thinking like cheesy sailboat look. So let's start with the sailboat. I think I'm gonna be using a pencil tool for this part, just sketching. I want to listen to some classic metal. I'm more of a Megadeth and Slayer kind of guy. No, that fits. Like, there's just so many different types of metal that works. Some people were only introduced to metal through Death Clock because they saw the Adult Swim show. And it's perfectly fine. Now, I know this is not actually metal, but it's borderline, so a lot of people count it. I'm a big fan of Rob Zombie. That's like my big one. All right, we're starting with the boat. And it's going to be, once again, cartoony is what we're going for here. Now, this is just going to be a first draft. I might finish this off stream. Ugh. I'm also not used to this tablet yet, so it's got me very nervous. Actually, hang on. Okay, so my fingers don't, so it has to be the pen. That's good. But no, Megadeth is good though. They've got a couple good, really good songs. I'm a big fan of Symphony of Destruction. Slayer, I can't think of any songs off the top of my head I would shout out, but they do have some good music as well. So don't think I'm like ignoring them. It's just, to me, I grew up listening to like more Rob Zombie than anything else. Mind you, once again, I grew up not really listening to music. Like, that sounds really odd to say. Just, I didn't care. There was music I heard on repeat because of the generation I grew up, but it just wasn't ever my thing. I just never cared. Which, the funny thing is, I was in band, so figure that out. And I was also in drama club all of my high school career. Which it does feel weird. It does feel weird to say high school career, I'm not gonna lie. My dad's just walking through the apartment. I'm pretty sure he's thinking, back in my day, we had real music. Oh, okay, yeah, he's right. Ace of Spades. He also mentioned that. Who does Ace of Spades again? Motorhead. That's right. I'm gonna fix this right here. Mind you, he does describe himself as a second generation hippie, so take that with a grain of salt. Or, I think no, it's a first generation hippie. Fine. I always remember you saying yourself as a second generation hippie.
Well, I was born in '65.
And I thought, oh, that looks horrible. I always assumed that hippies were the ones who were adults during the 60s, not born in the 60s. So that would make you second generation. Well, not to mention, considering that side of the family, that would make you first generation regardless. You're the black sheep of the black sheep of the black sheep. And I went full circle and wear suits. Sorry, me and my dad are having family banter. He says hi. I'm not liking how I'm doing this. Like, it's just not coming out. I don't know why I dislike Metallica. I think it's the James Hetfield vocals, honestly. Then again, Dave Mustaine of Megadeth sounds like he ate glass before attempting to sing. But that's a lot of metal, I'm not going to lie. If I'm being honest, I don't think Metallica's bad. I think it gets a lot of its rap of being bad. Same way like Fortnite for the longest time got it. Hey, Gothic! For the same reason Fortnite got a lot of their grief. I'm going to scrap this. Hang on. I'm just going to turn off the layer, so I'm not deleting it. Let's start over. Let's create a new layer. I want to do it from a different angle, because this side profile is not working. Because I feel like Metallica gets the grief that a lot, like Minecraft and Fortnite got for a long time. Gets. You hate Fortnite not because you ever played it and you don't like the gameplay. You don't like it because of the stigma attached to it. That, oh, it's just a kid's game or whatever. Metallica gets the same grief. Oh, it's fake metal and all this stuff. And so therefore no one ever gives it a real try. Mind you, I'm not particularly big on music, so you can't ask me too much. Ooh, wait a minute. If I'm doing cartoony. Oh, that's fine. Because you sounded like you specifically were calling out features to not like. So you've given an honest take. If you've honestly tried something and you go, hey, I don't like it, more power to you. But if you're someone like, I hate Fortnite. Have you ever played it? No. Then why do you hate it? Because I hate Fortnite. Okay. Alright, we're going to do this a little differently. I'm going to start with the sail this time, because that's what was killing me. If I use the sail as the centerpiece... I don't know why I redrew that. I think that's too small. Let's try that again. But no, it's 100% fine. Like, I'm not one to judge you on what you do and do not like. At most, like, I'd say, hey, how do you feel about this music? You don't like this music? I'll see what else I can find. But mostly because of DCMA, I mostly either play stuff like this that I know is DCMA free. There are some video game music I'll flip to, like Doom, and then there's Stream Beats. That's all DCMA free, because I don't want to get copyright strike. Mind you, honestly, it would suck if this channel got taken down. I would just prefer it didn't. And sadly, homecoming week here in my county. Today we are planning wore pajamas. Tomorrow we wear clothes from another era or decade. I personally chose mid-70s. Simple. No, you know what you should do? Show up in knight's armor. They didn't specify how far back you could go. Go in knight's armor. Or dress like a peasant. Show up like a samurai. I didn't say where. If like they're giving it that open-ended, mess with them on it. I believe in you, Sir Sieg. My family has a credo. A mind is a horrible thing not to fuck with. Among many other credos. Actually, I might tweak how I was going to do this design. Okay. If it was finished, then yeah, that'd be another story. I'm contemplating an alternate version of doing this, because originally I was going to have a monkey riding a boat, And I still might do that because it's called Monkeyboats. Gothic, what would you show up in? If you were left that open end of a thing to go to like a prom or whatever, that you have to wear clothes from another era, what would you wear? That you're not wrong. You are 100% not wrong. I didn't think of that. You're in Alabama, the humidity and the heat. That would be stank. You would be nothing but stank. And I assume you have some interest in not being a social pariah. Not going to homecoming, but I'm partaking in these dress-up days. That's fine. Me personally, I never went to those things. I went to prom, but that's because I had a couple of female friends who wanted somebody to go with, and it was whatever. They were very clear it wasn't a date, though, which kind of hurts your ego a little bit. What was that? Oh, I wasn't 21 and I don't drink. I did have a car for one of them. No. I still can't grow one, remember? No. This looks horrible. Like, I am really not liking how that's coming out. Like, I personally didn't take it as an insult. Like, I just didn't care. I was just happy that I was able to take a friend because I was part of an antisocial crowd to begin with. And I know at least one of them was bisexual, more leaning towards lesbian anyway, so it was not that big of a deal. Yeah, this sale's not working either. Let me get rid of that. All right, I'm going to go back to my first design idea. Layer 3. Let's try it again. We're going to get this. I had an idea of how to do this, and I figured I'd just be able to knock it out and be done. No. Apparently, I'm not allowed to do that. I've been named the friend zone without even trying. Oh, no, trust me, I know that. But personally, I'm not a fan of the concept of the friend zone. Because the friend zone implies that you feel that you're being a nice guy, therefore you're owed something. To me, it's just, hey, I'm your friend. It's whatever. I don't care about the gender beyond that. Mind you, being a friend to me is not a super big deal. It's when I start calling you family that becomes a whole nother category. That's when you're like, no, you're someone in my inner circle. Someone I care about deeply. Just like my little sister in chat. If she's even paying attention. I have to wear some old Chinese clothes. Yeah, that does fit with your historical the historical stuff you like to follow. All right, this is actually working. Wait a minute. Hang on. Hang on. I want to do something. Hang on. Cartoony Shelva. I want to shoot. I'm trying to do this from just like off the top of my head. I need my mic. Let's not need mic. Mic is important. works hell of a lot better for me to do something like that. All right, I'm not gonna try not to copy exactly this. Let's see, can I save image? Oh, I can. Cool. I'm just gonna save it into my pictures, and then I'll open it up in. Oh, don't worry, I've only started a little bit ago. You're not missing much. Also, hi, Nico. So we're gonna use this as inspiration because I was going about it all wrong. I was thinking of like a sailing ship, not a sailboat, which sounds contradictory, but shut up. Okay. I've only been streaming for about 21 minutes. You're not missing much, Nico. I used to do Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot too. Also chess. Alright. Okay, I see how I'm going to do this. I know how I'm going to do this. Alright. I know how I'm going to do this. I know how I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to completely forget what I'm doing. And then we're going to remember it again. Alright, here's a question for the audience. What game are you most excited about? What video game? Or movie. If you don't play video games, what movie? And if you can't think of just one, feel free to give me a couple. One game I'm really looking forward to, because I have a laundry list on wish list. Pikmin 4, God of War Ragnarok, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm interested in them, but I'm not, because I'm really burnt out on Pokemon, so I'm not going after them. Pikmin, I never really played Pikmin, so I don't care. God of War Ragnarok, I'm very interested in, but I probably won't play it on release. I probably should, but I won't. Does this one have... No, it doesn't. Okay. And then you have the back sail. Okay. Alright. So that's the basic sailboat I can do. I'm not looking for anything too complex for my friend. Like, as good of a friend they are, I don't feel like doing anything too complex for them. Now comes the part where I add in the monkey part. This is the monkey they really like. So I gotta figure out how I can do that. Let's see if I can find a cartoony version of that type of monkey. Alright, I see this one would work, and this is a stock image, so I can... Oh, I'm not a fan of how the nose comes out. I think I see how I can change it. But we're going to take this. This is once again a stock image I'm just using as inspiration. Let's go ahead and open it up. So we're going to use this as inspiration. I don't know if this counts, but I'm pretty hyped up to see the Cyberpunk anime when I get the chance. No, that's perfectly fine to be like, even though it's just that you haven't had a chance to see it yet. That's a perfectly valid thing to be excited about. Because I've played. Let me make a new layer for the monkey so I can fuck this up as much as I want and redo it. It's perfectly fine if it's out and you just haven't seen it yet. And I've been playing Cyberpunk 2077, and then I stopped playing, and then like a couple weeks later, like, oh yeah, here's this expansion of content you should have been waiting for. I'm like, oh, thanks. I wish I had known. Let's see if I can zoom in. Can I just do that now? No, wrong way. Got it. Cool. That. Okay, cool. I just pushed that button. Coolsies. Once again, new drawing pad, so I'm doing new things. I gotta learn my commands. Alright. So I'm gonna go back over here to the monkey. Alright, cool. I got an idea. So let's first draw the oval for its head. That actually might be too big. Right? I'm gonna bring down its opacity. And then we're gonna make a layer on top of it so I can, because this is gonna be the more harder thing for me to draw. That still looks like garbage, but it'll work. Because if I'm being brutally honest, I'm doing this for free, so I'm not getting paid to do this, and nor will I probably ever accept commission to do artwork, because I don't have that kind of confidence in my work. You know what? No, we're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna get rid of this. I'll start over. What button would take me to that? Oh shit, okay, there's that one. I don't know what these two do. Oh, they're upping and downing the size of things. Cool. Cool. Another game I'm really excited about is Callisto Protocol. It comes out in December, unfortunately. It's basically what's described as a spiritual successor to Dead Space. But it was in production before the announcement of Dead Space remake, so that says a lot. Let's make a new layer off that circle. Actually, first let me down the opacity for that circle. Did I just opacity? God damn it. Alright, now down the opacity for that circle. Now, new layer. I do wish to remind everybody I am very out of practice for drawing. I actually haven't drawn since my last stream when I was still working on Gothic's potential VTuber model. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. That's up. I want down. I'm trying to learn to use my shortcuts. I fucking bought a thing that has these shortcuts. I'm going to use them. Actually, that's that last part I don't like. I'm going to smooth out. Yeah, that's a good idea. Smooth out the circle. Nope, don't like that. But yeah, in regards to the Cyberpunk show, I've heard nothing but good things. I haven't seen it myself. Um, but it's good enough that it got people reinterested in Cyberpunk 2077, which is good because that game wasn't a bad game. It just had a horrible launch. And I think it deserved more respect than it got. Definitely not as good as I wanted it to be, but definitely not as bad as it could have been. In regards to my monkey face I'm working on. There we go. It's done by a really great animation studio for the show, so it's understandable. Yeah, the studio that takes up the that kind of project, it can make a world of difference. A lot of people, like a lot of dedicated fans of Seven Deadly Sins, like they love the first season, but then couldn't bring themselves to watch the other seasons because the animation dropped. So if like a studio doesn't shoot, I'm not liking how this is going, but I'm gonna keep going as if it's great and see what happens. Damn it, I accidentally switched to erase. I didn't know I could do that from the pen, which is kind of cool. I don't like that last little piece. How did I do that? Alright, let's go through my controls again. Okay, that's erase. Now let's see, can I control its size from here? I can. But yeah, having a good studio behind you is very important. Let me fix the upper brow, because, like, that's right. So was it this? Once again, I'm trying to learn the shortcuts on here, because if I've got them, I might as well use them. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I'm going to erase the top layer. Wrong direction. There. I still got to color this in, too. I'm a little disappointed that they canceled the Resident Evil show that they were doing. Has Lance Reddick in it as Albert Wesker. I'm a little disappointed, but I also understand because I see where they dropped the ball on it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, like the first season, I'm not going to call it a masterclass, but it was good. I enjoyed it. But then every season after that, they seem to like cheat a little bit more and a little bit more, just trying to get it out as fast as possible. Thankfully, like Demon Slayer, for instance, they seem to only get better as they go. No, it's too much. Wait a minute. There was a way I zoomed in earlier. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That'll help. This'll help. Okay, now, what did I do to get my hand? There's my hand. Alright, cool. This'll help me with this part. I'm trying to make a logo for my friend Monkeyboats. Also, hi, Cool Walker. We were actually just talking about Cyberpunk, the Cyberpunk anime. Without spoilers, what are your thoughts? Because I'm assuming you've seen it. You know what? Let's do this. Hang on. We're going to do this a little differently than how I was currently doing it. Because without coloring, this does look like garbage. Close enough. I'll add in the details as I go. Yeah, that almost looks like I did that intentionally. Hey, Lord Vegeta. Yeah, long time no see. I'm getting a lot of the old crowd in today. I'm really happy about that, actually. I've got a new R tablet, so you're going to see me looking down a lot. My old one broke, stopped holding a charge. In fact, it wouldn't even charge. Yeah, like, and I didn't even finish that game, unfortunately. And with God of War Ragnarok coming out, I don't feel compelled to. It was good to see you, though. Hope everything's been going okay. I hope you're safe. Hey. Yep. Currently on episode 5 and loving it. It nailed the concept. High recommendation. I do know some spoilers for later, so I'll share my thoughts. Review the next thing you should watch and we'll love it. Okay. That sounds like a plan. Because me and you've complained about how the Cyberpunk game fell short on the actual punk side. Like, it did cyber, not all the games cyber, okay. Where's the punk? Because punk is usually like you rebelling against the system or the status quo in some way. But, the video game 2077 did none of those things. That looks creepy. I'm trying to think like how to do the reflection in the eyes, and I was trying not to just copy them. Let's screw it. See if I can use the paint bucket to get this done. This part done because I'm trying to fill in the eyes. Where are you, paint buckets? Alright, I'm just going to do it the dumb way. So I'll probably have to watch it later, like you said. Another one I'm also interested in looking forward to is I do need to see Obi-Wan. I still kind of want to go into Bad Batch. I'm really behind on like everything, but I think the next one I decided was the Book of Fett, and I know it's not really highly rated. I don't care. I feel I need to see it. All right, so the rest of this is me just pretty much doing the coloring. Like I've heard nothing but good things about it as well, but yeah. All right, we're gonna take this color layer, drop it all the way down here. I'm gonna get rid of the transparency. All right, let's start with the boat. I feel the sails have to be stark white, so we're gonna start there. What are you yelling? Oh, why are you over there? Hang on. There we go. So we're gonna do the obvious thing first. Holy shit! I forgot I do that. Let's see here. Although might see if I can just go ahead and do the paint drop. See if it'll let me do it that way. Nope. I don't know. Oh yeah, because it's its own layer. I forgot. All right. Because I only recently finally saw Shang-Chi, which, if you know me, is actually a really big deal that I waited this long because I love like martial art movies and stuff like that. It's just that it's tied to the Marvel verse, and that's got me so burnt out. I'm also pretty burnt out on Star Wars, if I'm being 100% with you guys. Um, Mind you, probably my biggest problem is that I want to give these things like my unobstructed attention, undivided attention. And if y'all know me, I love to multitask. Like, the idea of doing just one thing at a time usually baffles me. Like, I honestly don't know how people live their lives doing one task at a time. Because I was diagnosed with Ritalin when I was much younger. Pseudo-diagnosed, I should say. Because I don't think it was an actual doctor. It was just like a guidance counselor. And I was put on Ritalin. And I was briefly on Ritalin because I refused to take it after a while. Just because, like, yeah, I was doing better in school. Yeah, I was able to concentrate on my schoolwork. But, like, when you've lived most of your life being able to, like, pay attention to 5 things at once. And then suddenly you can't. You feel like you've lost one of your senses. And that bothered me. It bothered me a lot, actually. let me do this. Hang on. We're going to do this. I want to test something. Let's go ahead and just crank this up to max because I'm just trying to do something. Come here. Okay, fine. Alright, there we go. That's helping me a lot, actually. Oh, yeah. Finding where I painted outside of the sail and where I'm missing. Let me go ahead and expand this because it doesn't need to be that small for this part. But Gothic and Cool Walker, what game are you looking forward to? Yep, the size of this is taking too long. Not exactly a man of patience. Oh, my hand! So one thing I'm really proud of myself for is I've stuck with working out. And for those who have been like following my gaming streams, for instance, may not be aware, but I've still stuck with my lifting weights and stuff. So I'm just proud of myself that I've been sticking to the self-improvement thing. And what I'm thinking about doing is starting to share more of that that journey, me lifting weights and stuff, to Instagram, even though Instagram is really not my thing. Yeah, that got cleaned up pretty good. Alright, now I gotta figure out what to make the rest of the ship look like. It's just a standard sailboat. We're still going for semi rather cartoony. That should work. Once again, this doesn't have to be my best work. Yep. I had to. I'm still having trouble actually losing weight. My body fat seems to be going down because I stay at 250, but I'm clearly putting on muscle, so I'm clearly losing fat somewhere. Why is it not? Oh, because I'm still in a race. So I'm clearly losing fat somewhere. I still got my gut, but that's because where almost all my body fat is stored in my gut, and that's really annoying. Not liking this. What I was using for brown. Let's go with a darker brown. I need a good color of mahogany. Mahogany. And yes, I'm 100% making a Dragon Ball Abridged reference. It's a little dull, but I can probably figure out something with it. This all painted up and then clean up on the outsides. Always love it when somebody does like the cat emotes. Just because it makes me think of my little buddy Zane who's sleeping over there on the floor. I had to put him on a diet relatively recently because he's pretty heavy. And ever since I shifted his diet, he's been a lot more energetic. He's just generally doing better, and I'm pretty happy that that's fine. I'm just glad to have your company at all. Thinking what color to do the post in the center. I think I'll just do that straight black. Undo that. Let's make that, I need to be more careful. Zoom in. God of War mostly, or the Yakuza game because it's samurai. That could be good. A darker brown for the post would look better, I think. Yeah, let me try that out. Let me give that a try. So let's first put that where that was. Let's try that. Much, much darker brown. And I'm also going to switch to pencil for this because it's not... Because I need to be a little bit more precise than I'm able to do with the brush. That's a little flat for what I'm liking. I accidentally went to erase. Again, these colors are a little flatter than I want them to be, but it'll work for now. Once again, I'm doing this for free, so it's good enough for government work. I actually don't like that phrase, but whatever. Were you thinking of like a darker brown like that? Because if I stick with that, I can actually shift the lower one to more of a tannish look. To more of a tannish look. Trying to think. Wait, hang on. I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Let's make it posh and proper. We're gonna make it like just an off-white brownish color right here. And I'll do that last stroke. Ugh. What games I'm feeling? So, let me show y'all this. See if it'll let me show y'all. There's a game I'm tempted to do in stream at some point. Let's see, where is it? This one right here. It's Metal Hellsinger, and I saw my buddy Rushman play it. I haven't touched it yet, but it is a rhythm-based first-person shooter, and you're in hell, and all the music is copyright-free. Okay. But what do you think about me doing the color I'm currently doing for the hull? Like that really tan hull color. Actually, I can do this. I just remembered I had transparency lock I could just turn on. Well, the problem with using this, it looks like great, that color, cool. And then you said a I'd say the dark brown a little more light. Okay, so we're going to try and go a little bit more light. No, I'm not planning on adding water. This is just a logo. This has got some good rhythm to it. Does that look better? I'm not liking the clashing. I really am not. Let me zoom out a lot. Hang on. Let me get a good example of like a good posh sailboat. Let's see here. Click it there. Like a lot of the ships I'm looking at, they have, I'm getting darker, I'm getting lighter. Like, I could use this as something as a guidance, but I'd rather like to avoid the white, if at all possible. What I could do... Okay, I got an idea. I'm going to try something. Okay, let's do a slightly not white. I'll clean up after a bit. Do that. Let's bring up the picture again. Let's see, posted something in Geek's Perspective. Let's take a look. General. Oh, you thinking something like that? That could work. That's what Cool Walker's recommending, is something like that. And that can work, especially because I'm not planning on using water. That could work. And especially with me doing like the red bottom like that, that could work. Do a line of red at the bottom. So let's do that. That's not a bad idea. Let's do that. Because the girl I'm doing this for was in the Navy with me. That's how I know her. I think she's also in Alabama, incidentally. And if I do this, then I can keep the mast white, and then I can take the sails and make them just slightly off-white. Then I do a line of red. Let's do a nice dark red. No, that one was going to be pitch white. That's right. Cool. We're getting an agreement. And then I can take the sails and put them as an off-white, kind of tannish one. My problem is it might clash a little bit with the monkey a little bit, but we'll figure that out in a second. Because I wanted to save the monkey for last, because that's going to be the most difficult one. Or the easiest. I don't know which yet. Let's do some cleanup of the coloring I've just done. That's how I do my... This is how I figure out my cleanup. Let's shrink you down a bit. Oh, shit. I think I'm doing pretty good for my first time back drawing in a long time. But no, to toot my own horn there a little bit. It's been a couple months. So I want to talk about a theory that I've had about what they're going to be doing with Thor. Not Thor, sorry, Kratos. I've said this theory before and I've even made a video talking about it. I think Kratos is going to be Fenrir. I think he's going to get called Fenrir. What layer are you on that I can't erase? So you're part of the color layer, but I can't erase you. That's weird. Appreciate that. It's weird. Why is it doing that? Let me make a color layer. Hang on. I'm really getting annoyed at doing this. There we go. Okay, let's take you. I'm gonna put you right there. Not what I wanted. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. Now we're gonna go back up to the color layer. And we're gonna clean up around the edges, because that's all I was trying to do earlier. Apparently I don't know how to do that. Now the reason why I'm saying I think he's Fenrir is because of the nature of what Kratos is doing in Greek mythology. There's going to be spoilers from the first one. Dip away from the stream for a little bit if you don't want them. He's tied to Oh, cool. He's tied to Loki. Now, mind you, Fenrir is supposed to be the son of Loki, but there's a lot of ways that can be changed out or worked around. Like they did with Yogmahide being already around. And some people are pointing out in the trailer, the most recent Ragnarok trailer, you see a giant wolf. You actually see two of them. And people are like, well, see, that's proof that Fenrir is either A, already around, or B, can't be Kratos. What you don't realize is those two giant wolves in Greek mythology, not Greek, sorry, Norse mythology, is not Fenrir. Wait a minute. Okay, it's this one? Okay. It's not supposed to be Fenrir that they showed just then. Chasing the sun and the moon is Fenrir's kids. Because Fenrir has kids too. Because Fenrir's destiny is to break free at Ragnarok after being betrayed by Tyr. And we're seeing Tyr in there already. And he's going to be chained down. So this heavily suggests that Tyr's going to betray Kratos, and because of his betrayal, Kratos is going to get sealed away by the end of the game. And it's going to pass over to his son to lead the show, so to speak. Well, so Loki that's in there, he's still a kid, but he's not showing the destructive kid-like nature that you see in like all other depictions of him. Not how I was planning on doing this, but we'll do it, I guess. Shrink the brush. Why can't I color? Oh, because I'm still on erase again. And right now, they've been roughly true to the Norse mythology. They've been roughly true to Norse mythology. Loki being responsible for the death of Baldir with a mistletoe arrow. They, of course, tweaked a lot of it. And they have borrowed a little bit from Marvel, because we do see in the trailer a fight between Kratos and Thor. And Thor has the ability to recall his hammer exactly like he does in the Marvel comics. And there's no, as far as I know, there's no lore in the actual legends of Thor being able to do that. Now, I could be mistaken. I could be just forgetting something. But from what I've read, that's not a thing. So them doing that clearly shows that they are paying attention to... Now, mind you, it does add a cool, badass scene where Thor is throwing his hammer and Kratos is throwing his back, or his axe, and they just collide into each other. Yeah, because like in Norse mythology, the idea that only those who that only those that Odin deems worthy can lift it is not a thing either. It's just insanely heavy. In fact, even Thor can't lift it actually normally. He has to wear his belt to lift it. His belt enhances his strength, so he's able to lift it. And I would enjoy it if Kratos even picks it up. And it's not like Kratos doesn't have a history of one, killing a god with their own weapon, and two, stealing the weapon for later use. So the idea of Kratos not only lifting it but then using it against Thor would be very entertaining. Because we know that the end of the story is not Thor versus Kratos. We know that's not the end of the fight. That might be the end of this game, but we know that's not the end of the fight because the final fight has to be Kratos or his son versus Odin. And we've yet to actually see Odin really do anything directly. The closest action we've seen him do is send Baldir looking for Freya. That's the closest thing to an action we've seen him do. You could call it vibing, but I also suspect he's watching to see what Kratos is capable of so that he can measure his response accordingly. The problem with his plan is he doesn't know this because he's an idiot, is that Kratos gets more powerful the more you let him run rampant. If he had gone all out against Kratos shortly, like he personally had shown up to deal with Kratos shortly after his wife died. Then I don't think Kratos would have stood a chance. That's possible. And yeah, because people forget that. That's actually a good point, Cool Walker. That because people forget Odin is a trickster god in his own right. He ain't just somebody who's like this old wizened guy, which he can be. He does love to fuck around with people, but he does it to try and educate them. Which Loki does occasionally himself, but more often he does it for his own amusement or just for the chaos of it. All right. So, we have this version that I've got right here. And I think this is not too bad. Like, it definitely could be better. I am well aware of this. So I'm going to do two things. Because I have a backup idea for this that's really weird. Let's see here. Okay, there's that one. And there's that. Okay. So what we're going to do is We're going to take this. We're going to take this. And we are going to... We're going to duplicate those layers. I think I duplicated them. Oh. No, I didn't. Oh, god damn it. It's over on this screen again. Cancel. There. They're duplicated. Alright. There's a reason I duplicated them. I'll show you why in a second. Cool. And then for the this is just the duplicated layer. Cool. Because I have a backup idea. I appreciate the positive feedback. I really do. So this is version okay. So this is version 1 that I'm going to be sending him. Let's go ahead and we're going to... Well, first I should probably save this so I don't lose it. I'm just going to save it. I'm going to save it on my cloud side. I'll pull it to my computer later. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and export this. Because I'm going to send him both versions. This is version idea 1. And it's designed to be a tag, which translates into it being transparent. So we're going... you guys can't see it because it's on my other monitor, because of course it is. Let's see here. Jobs. I'm just going to leave it here, and I'll add its folder later. All right. So this is idea 1. I'm going to need my mouse and keyboard for this one. All right. That's going to be the centerpiece. And this is the second idea I have. And then we're going to call it at that because I don't feel like doing a 5th or 6th idea. Let me undo what I'm clicked on over there. Make a new layer for this asset. Oh, shit. Still set to red. Not liking that. Let me fix it. I'm not liking the whole thing. Let me fix the whole thing. Yep. That idea just hit me as I was looking at the this idea hit me just now So, because this would have probably been a lot easier to do. I'm gonna send him both. I'm gonna send her both of them. And I do like I know she's not listening, and I keep misgendering her. I gotta do more better. Oh shit! I gotta do this as a different color layer. Like she only recently came out as trans to me recently, or she only became public about it recently. So I'm still like I'll still revert to what I knew her as, and I don't like that. I'm all about somebody trying to be the version of themselves that they see in themselves. Whether it be putting on losing weight, putting on muscle, or just losing weight, or if you feel you're a different gender, like I'm all for that. I'm all about pursuing creating the ideal version of yourself. And if I can, and I want to support my friends when they do this kind of journey themselves, whether it be because they're trans, because they're trying to get in shape, whatever it may be. There we go. But yeah, this is the second idea I had was the Monkey Jolly Roger. I could probably do some shading and stuff. I don't want to. That's a lot more effort than I want. So they're just going to be getting a clean representation of it. So let's go ahead and export version 2. Oh, that's... Now, if I had a link to their Twitch account, I would toss it at you so you could choose to follow them if you wanted to. I don't have it because I honestly don't watch people stream on Twitch. I have considered going back to streaming on Twitch because I could honestly make some money there, because it's so much easier to donate and all that good stuff. But I can't bring myself to. I can't bring myself to work for Amazon, and I think Twitch as a platform is dying, and I don't want to invest my time over there just for it to die. I'd rather just build myself up over here. Difficulty be damned. So, anyway, I am going to be trying. This is just my first project back. I'm going to be starting to work on my individual, like learning my individual style for my own work. Because as I've said before, my goal is to do animation. And if you're chilling here with me on these streams, you're going to get to see me work on my animations and get an idea of what the upcoming animations are going to be. Obviously, you won't see me doing the voice acting and stuff like that or the final editing, but you'll get to see me make the assets. So I appreciate anybody who hangs out with me, just chills with me, talks about whatever, gives me feedback on what I'm doing. Tomorrow, the goal is I will be drawing or practicing drawing Joseph Joestar, the older version of him. Because I want to see about doing the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure art style, and Joseph Joestar is a character I do like. He's really fun. And after that, I might do Dio or whatever, or I might flip over to a different art style. We'll see. Right now, I'm feeling my art style is probably going to end up being something like Oxygen Not Included for animation purposes. Because that's very simplified and I can do the animations by myself. I don't have a whole studio behind me. But yeah, I appreciate everybody being here. I do hope everybody finds the time to join me next time. I appreciate that. I really do. Like it does boost my ego to hear people actually do enjoy being here. And as I said before, I will be streaming, try to stream like around this time regularly anyway. Additionally, don't forget I did do what was it? Steel. I already forgot its name, which is horrible. It's Steel Rising. It's a great game. But I'm going to be sticking with art stuff for a while. I'll see y'all in the next one.